welcome to the new channel. We're on plot 14, somewhere out in the big old world, and this is the plot. It's got a good layer of wood chip mulch, more or less all over it, and the reason behind that is twofold. One is to suppress weeds, to reduce the amount of weed in it, because it is a substantial plot. And two, and this is the best bit really, is that you dig down a little bit and the ground's a bit hard today because it's half frozen. You start getting to where the compost, you can smell that, it smells pretty rich. It started to decompose down. So three benefits is the other one is you don't have to water half as much, which when we get dry summers, hot summers, it's not a problem. We've got some watering facilities, which in the summer they'll get switched on when the taps get switched on, and we'll put the sprinklers back out, but they do a good job. Just a quick squeeze around, as we've come up only for the second time this year. We were up yesterday giving this bed a fettle, and today I'm going to be giving this one a bit of a clean out, and we're going to give this old potato bed a bit of a clean out as well. And thirdly, on our to-do list for today is to get this netting off so we can give this a bit of a tidy. And the intention with this little section is to extend these up, probably double the height, probably about 6 foot, to allow this grapevine to spread its wings. And these fruit trees here, believed to be both plum, they can spread their wings as well without being caught up in the netting that we put on last year. Oh, and the fourth job for today, as we just walk around the bottom side, is to transplant that plum tree, no sorry, not plum tree, peach tree, into this spot here that I brought round from home. That's the intention, so we'll get cracking. So just getting this hole dug for this here peach tree, Patio Peach, Avalon Pride, and I've remembered there used to be a little path here, so I've had to chimney out a lot of little rocks to get into it. Don't like creating work for yourself. 10 points to Gryffindor on that one. Right, let's get this in. Right, just giving this a stamping with the old eel to make sure that doesn't flop over. It's not in a bad position, I don't think. It's out of the way of the path. So just give it a cover over the wood chips now, just with the old boot, the ass boot. And that's that little task done. Now I've made a start giving this a bit of a fettle, and I might take some of these kohlrabi home and see what I can make of them. They don't look too bad on the exterior. But, one or two of these look a bit shot. That looks a bit worse for wear. Well, that's not, I can't even comment on that. That looks a bit, seen better days there. That, oh mind, that's a bit cabbage. We'll see what we can do with them. I'm not holding my breath. but one or two decent cabbages over there that's worth sticking in the ground. So I might just keep them in. There's an old strawberry there peeking its way through. Strawberries on this pot grow a little bit like weeds nowadays. We just let them go. They just spread, and there's no point fighting them because it's free plants at the end of the day. Anyway, back to the task of giving this a tidy. So I've just put the spade through a couple of these kohlrabi just to see how they're going on in the middle, and given that one a bit of a taste, it's not too bad actually. And I've just come round to this barrel here to give it a clean, bit of ice on it. That's how cold it is today. Put that over yonder. Give this a bit of a clean. So I reckon I could probably get some of that. It might not be the best thing in the world, but you know what? It's better than putting it on compost heap. And I'll target that red one, that and there, and see what I can get out of that. And I reckon other ones are fit for heap. So spot the difference time. Same red kohlrabi. I just put the spade through that again, give it a bit of a clean. It's quite a white flash on that one. That one, however, Frost had that. When you give that a smell, it smells a bit like a good old fart. You know, when you've had your Sunday lunch and you've had vegetables upon vegetables, and then you're a bit gaseous. It smells a bit like that. So that's that. Right, stop calling. Let's get on with this. Right, that's that job done. I've just taken an opportunity to give those few weeds down there a little bit of a kick up the backside. And what I've also started to do is just give these a bit of a wafting the camera everywhere. Give these a bit of a tidy out. Now, little trick. Don't bother with expensive weed killer. Some good old table salt. Pop the lid on that. And give these a right good dousing of salt. I'll make it think twice. It'll certainly set it back. I think there's a bit of damp in this salt, but a little trick. You get the idea. I'll just let that work itself in. It's good for little crevices in paths like that. Won't be able to get it, but these might not. Just give them a good portion of table salt, and that'll make them think twice. Right, back to it, and we'll fettle that bed right there. So, not sticking to task, which you'll find is typical. I've come over to this bottom bed here, which is where the twin potato beds are, and I thought, well, I'll just give this a bit of a fettle. It's not doing too bad, so keep on top of it. It's light work. I'll give this one a bit of a tickle. I've realised that this corner, maybe over there as well, didn't actually harvest the potatoes, and so we've got probably a dozen or so. I'll just reach across to this one. That's alright, that's not too bad. It's solid enough. It's not frostbitten, it's not damaged in any way. As long as I've not had it. I might have chipped that one with spade. But these little tarty ones here, tell you what, that's good enough for pot. I'll put them in, just give them a right good clean from my air fryer. It's alright. These other here, like that one there, put it back into the ground. That's alright, that'll go. I'm not bothering with that. Put it back in. It just doesn't work for you. So, come springtime, this bed, in theory, well, that corner, certainly, should already be seeded, should already be planted. And we're good to go. I know that I know that we've got all them potatoes out of there, so that's going to have to get sown. But this, we might get away with this, and we could be having an head start, which is just what you want. Right, get this done. It's cup of coffee time. Get cracked on with that. Get cracked on with that, and we'll see where we are. That is that bed done. And I managed to add that spud to the collection. Spud 001, we'll call that one. Came from that corner there, but as I said earlier, I think we just failed to harvest this corner because there's not much else around there. What we'll do now is a bit later on we'll come in and put some compost on top of there, and that'll provide us the adequate nutrition, sustenance, or whatever you want to call it, for the potatoes that will get bobbed in that bed. Right, cup of coffee time, and we'll wander up the bench with you. That one, that bed, I'm not looking forward to that bugger. So that's 2 years worth of potatoes in there. Had a right harvest from that one. A few leeks in the corner, and an odd swine. This here, this is a shame to get rid of it. Really, it's horseradish, but we don't want that growing in this bed, because this bed, as you can see, doesn't have a hoop on it, and it's meant to have a hoop on it. So I want to reserve the right to put a hoop on that. So I don't want that thing growing there. So we'll have to get that shifted. Right, cup of coffee time, and we'll get cracked on. As I'm sat supping my coffee, I'm just taking a look at Spot from this perspective. You can see there, just a bit. There we go. The kale. We've still got a few bits and pieces in here. These in this hoop house that's been. If we can protect them lettuce, there's a bit of beetroot. There's a few bits and pieces in here, onions. And if you come over here, buds coming on nicely onto the black currants. And over here we've got the rhubarb starting to peek its way through already. It's only mid-January. Happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Kale as well from last time. I want to see if what this artichoke, these two artichokes will do for themselves this time. Look at that. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that could be a bit of broccoli or calabrese. And then here, we need to give this a bit of a fettle up because of this old strawberry. Just give it a title, not too much. Not too much. Asparagus. I'm looking forward to that coming through this time. Right, I'll get me rest of my coffee supped and get cracked on. Right, that's done. That's done. Trees in. That's fettled. We've done this one, which we weren't going to do, but I have done, in terms of getting it cleaned out. What I have noticed is there's quite a lot of soil. And I don't want that. I want more compost based. So that needs, we could probably get a couple of spades worth of soil out of there, maybe transplant it into there. But we don't want that. We want more compost based stuff. So I'm just going to give this a sweep down with a basil brush, and then later on, not today, next time we're on, just give that a bit of a fettle there. Finger over camera, that's the style. Right, This one's a bit heavy, is this one, so it might go with a bang. Not too bad. We're going to get rid of this stuff because it's crap, basically. I thought it might stand up better than these, because these things, after a while, split, and then they end up sharding, split into shards, and flying all over the spot when we've got high winds. Hence the reason why that's naked, and that's just got its underpants on. Just this bit to make do with. Find an extra strip with some plastic, but a redesign, a rethink is required for these. I've got an idea. Just as we bob round this one. This one's on its last legs. I'm hoping I can start the season with that, because I don't really want to be doing 3 straight away. Little tea plant down there. It's doing all right. It's not doing too bad. Remember, I need to pick some kale. I'm going to make some soup tonight. Oh, right. Still got that to do. And we'll tidy the rest of that one up later, not today. So, that shouldn't take long. Oh yeah, that's a reminder. We've got some little stumpy carrots in here. It's little roast stumpy carrots. They might be alright, they might not be. But that is a parsnip, so I'll get trowel and get that dug out, and let you have a look at that one. Right, let's crack on. Just as well, 2 points to make. One, you can see the difference. Compost, that's the compost. Not into soil. But look at these parsnips. That is. Oh, I think I've just done the root in there, but look at that. That ain't a bad parsnip. Look at that, that's alright. And its mates down here. Oh, I can tell you what, I smell it. I reckon there might be another one in there lurking. I'll fish it out and I'll put that on camera as well. Right. So I've just finished getting the parsnips. There's a few little stumpy carrots still on the bed, but these are the snips. These are the parsnips. That's the first one that I just ended up pulling too vigorously on. Now these, look at that. There's 2 there that seems to have kind of set off with some paste, but I reckon that's hit the soil, maybe, and then shot off its octopus type legs. It looks like a bit of an octopus, doesn't it? But they're too good for soup. They're going to get roasted. With the cabbage that I harvested the other week from that bed there. So still need to do that. Might not get round to doing that other bed now. With time cracking on, it's 3 o'clock now, and I have some shopping to do. I've got something for my tea to get sorted. So right, last half hour. So I've made a start on this bed, having completed that one, and as you can see, I mean, this one's a bit slugger riddled, so that'll do. That's a bit rotten as well. But down here, that's just as it's grown, there's a few decent spuds there. And again, this is a bed that didn't get harvested, so it could be that I get a good couple of dozen potatoes. I mean, look where we are here. We might be. I was fully expecting some of them being rotten, slug bitten like that, but that's, don't know, debatable. But we'll see. Right, we've got the wheelbarrow loaded up. We remembered to harvest some kale that's just in there. And so yeah, just to recap, we've done those 2 beds. We've done that bed. We've got that peach in. We've done that one. We did that one. We did manage to get this one done in the end. we've got about half a carrier bag full of potatoes. Well, we'll have to see what they look like once they've cleaned up. A lot of potatoes are in here ready for the start of the season. This bed needs some compost on, and then next time we're up, we've got to do something with, I'll give that a tidy up, those little beds there. But we didn't get that. Well, I'm not going to get a chance to get this netting off today. That'll have to wait till next time. So that's a job for next time, cleaning that little bed up. But all in all, we're in a very, very strong position for the start of the season and sowing some seeds. Right, most of the tackle's in, I think. I've just got the brush to sort out as my alarm goes off. Right, we just need to give that a wash out, beat the devil out of it, and that will be that. So that is today. Join us again soon.